All those who, I think most of them right now are our regular members, but there are many people who have joined in just because of the special charm of Suresh Mancharamani, sir.
First workshop I did 3 years ago, and when the time of sales came, because those workshops, even entry level program here, the promotion program we do free, and then we, offer them because the trust is built with that free. Like Vasundhara said, she ended up gaining some tips about the LinkedIn. So we give a lot of value in that. The trust is built, and around 20%, 15% people end up buying a paid program. So when the time of sales come, I was so shy. I started looking other way. I was feeling like kind of a guilty that I'm selling something. And then I got trained by Blair Singer, one of the great trainer from US. Then I learned that selling is in the spirit of service, and I started doing my research. I got trained from best of the best in the world and worked very hard. And first topic I came up with was using NLP in selling, because it's all about building rapport. Enthusiasm was very natural to me. I attended a lot of workshops and on positivity by my coach from Mumbai. His name is Ujjwal Uke. If anyone know, he was a IAS officer with the government of Maharashtra. Now he runs a camp called Genie. He's got communities called Genie Group or something like that. He says your subconscious mind is your genie. So he works on law of attraction big time. Imagine if Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, his famous quote is, "Tum mujhe khoon do, main tumhe azadi dunga." He must have made this statement 10 times more energy. Now just imagine and visualize if he had said like this, "Dosto, agar tum mujhe thoda sa khoon de do, koshish karke azadi do." Anyone could have joined Azad Hind Fauj or Martin Luther King. I have a dream. Listen to that. That speech is one of the best speech in the world. That made America or the world a better place. I'm 62-year-old, and I always say this year, January, when I celebrated my 62nd birthday, I said, celebrating 42nd anniversary of my 20th birthday. How many of you can feel that energy of 20-year-old? Because inside I feel 20-year-old. And another big thing happened during pandemic is I ended up losing 23 kgs and reversed my diabetes. That was a big achievement. I was failing 30 years on this. So I started writing my goal that I am 75 kg and I'm going to live 100 plus years and perfect health. And yesterday my reports are more than perfect, like a 20-year-old. Everything clear. So the first thing I learned is enthusiasm in sales, the sales in the spirit of service. Because it's a long-term building relationship. If your customer is not giving you repeat order and not referring you to 10 of his friends and associates, there are two things. One, either is not your customer, not a good target audience. Second, there is problem with your product or service. Because in the transactional sale, everybody is for himself. You are trying to make that one sale. There is high anxiety. And you pass on that anxiety, that even one sale doesn't happen. When you are in for it long term, you keep the customer for life with you. There's a term called customer acquisition cost, CAC. E-commerce companies, you must have heard this term that their Flipkart, Amazon customer acquisition cost is 1,200 rupees, 1,500 rupees. Even if they sell 100 rupees thing. There's a research available on Google. Starbucks customer acquisition cost is around 12,000 rupees. But their lifetime value, LTV, CLTV, of every customer is $14,000, around 8 lakh. When you're spending your money on marketing, keep that thing in mind that there is a customer acquisition cost and a customer lifetime value. So I studied NLP. I did NLP certification, learned from various trainers and applied that, simplified it. I simplified things with my tajurba. So applied that in my book also, in my sales, that building rapport and very, very important. So a couple of techniques, because NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, you are talking to the subconscious mind of your client and using the language and, encouraging your buyer to take a decision. Because people don't, in their own benefit, they are not able to take decisions. In our live workshop, when I'm offering my course and there are 20% people ready to buy that 70,000, 1 lakh rupees course. But if we don't make this simple statement, go back, there are my assistant ready with the credit card machine, please sign up there, pay 10,000 rupees advance. Half of them will not go back and change their mind. Half of them. Just by saying that this offer is valid for first 20 people and the first 20 minutes, otherwise this will be this, then people will rush to pay first. So using these kind of, statements. So a couple of things I'll share in building rapport is rephrasing. If someone is using, this is a fantastic car, 3-4 times, isko takya kalam bolte hain. And if you start using that same word, it's called rephrasing. You're subconsciously building your rapport. The other thing is mirroring. In a very subtle way, you start to mirror. If I'm sitting like this, you do this thing. But in a very subtle way, when you're comfortable, you're talking. It doesn't look like, you're trying to mimic that person or copy that person. Very skillfully you do it. And to test that, you will see that Tony Robbins talks a lot about this mirroring part. That other person will start to mirror you. If you want to test that your mirroring is working or not. And then there is a VAK strategy that people learn and take decision, and they see things from three ways: visual, auditory, and kinesthetic. So if a person's statement, if you hear this statement that I would like to see, then the person is visual. I was saying using VAK statements like if the person is visual, then you show. Let's look at couple of models of the cars here. Which one is suitable for you, and then we will go to the showroom and we'll arrange for the test drive. So this is how you tailor-made your pitch according to the person's. Another very, very important thing, I learned certain closing techniques. I'll mention one or two. One is blank order close. I use it a lot. So blank order close technique is you assume the sale. You have assumed, you have done, and from the body language, the people your clients are nodding and they are in sync with you. You know that they are almost sold. You just pull out the order form and start writing name. Sir, please sign here. You already assume sales is done. But this has to be done with a lot of practice and very skillfully. The next one is, Ben Franklin method. So Ben Franklin, what he used to do whenever he was stuck in a situation, he will write down, make a line on the paper. Left side, he'll write down pros and cons. So whichever is side is more, he'll go with that. So if the buyer is saying your price is high, then you say, okay, sir, write down a couple of benefits. And then right side is price difference of say 5,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees or whatever. So all these benefits only for 5,000 rupees. One of my students is a CEO of a startup. He called me last week. He said, we are getting funded by fund house, but they are not giving money only for equity. They want to give some debt also, and we have never taken any debt. What should I do? And we need money. We have cash only for 6 months. After that, we'll run out of cash. So I told him, use Ben Franklin. If you have choices, write down. If you don't have choices, write down. What will happen if you don't get funded and 6 months you run out of cash? And your company is doing so well already. Your valuation has already reached over 300 crores. And then the interest cost, whether with your current earnings, current revenue, you will be able to service the interest cost. And how long you will keep the money, because this money is interest bearing, you must return ASAP. So you are successfully able to do it. So these were the closing technique, and very, very important part I would like to cover that I teach spin selling by Neil Ackman. Very, very, very important technique, very powerful for the high ticket sales. I teach also on the relationship building, how you build your relations with the customer. There's a very important law of reciprocation in place. Very, very important. So I teach my student, never go empty-handed to your client. There's a wonderful video, 5-minute video. I encourage everyone to watch that video by Robert Cialdini on law of reciprocation. That when a waiter gives a candy with a smile that you are the best customer, the chances of increased tip goes up 65%. When you're visiting your buyer and you give him a gift, I normally encourage a personalized notebook. Somebody gave me that gift with my personalized pen name. It's not here right now. I took it up. And my name on it, I use it round the year. And when you give that gift to the buyer, first of all, everyone loves gifts. And then law of reciprocation, that your buyer wants to give you the gift. And his gift will be in form of order or sale. So coming to networking, what I learned from BNI, and then I started my own after learning 5 years networking. One meeting can change your life. I've built some amazing relationships. I got 14. I have a habit of saving every number I get. Even if you call me from 3 numbers, I'll save all 3. And you will get a nice message from me if I met you at a conference or something. It was great meeting you. And I love what you are doing. I would like to learn more. Let's fix a coffee meeting. And then I try to help other people. That's building social capital. There are a couple of testimonials. If you go to my LinkedIn profile, 120 testimonials. The credibility is built right away. I'll cover a little bit on the personal branding too. But if you learn networking, unfortunately, this subject is not taught in any school or college. But if you learn to build those relationships, a time will come in your life when your network will start to sell for you. You'll never have to change. Business will come to you. I get business from left, right, and center. LinkedIn people see my profile, they come to you, no price negotiation. They only ask me, sir, do you have time? Because now time is more in demand than I can handle. 120 testimonials. So I encourage everyone to ask for recommendations on LinkedIn. It's a gold mine. 30,000 direct connects LinkedIn gives you. And mostly professional, that whatever we post on Facebook doesn't work there. A lot of knowledge sharing there. And most of our target audience and the target clients are sitting on LinkedIn. And with a little bit of payment or 2,400 a month or something, you can send a couple of direct messages to the people. But these 30,000, you can send direct messages. Or you can make groups there, send direct messages. When your network now, imagine, every one of us sitting here, there are 43 people sitting here. Every one of us got 1,000 people in their network. Everyone has got 1,000 people. So if I start to recommend you, I open my network for you, I have that trust and the relationship, you build that social capital with me. What magic can happen? That we start to refer each other, we open a network. I say, I know a wonderful chartered accountant, I know a wonderful dentist. One dentist I referred, I was sitting in a group of NRIs, they were all 70-year-old, and I mentioned I have a wonderful dentist I have visited today and he could diagnose something which no other dentist could diagnose. Every one of them took his number and they went to him, and he counted the business was over 32 lakhs and the referral tier level was around 28. People referred more and more and more. And this is the magic of network. There's a company called VFS. This is a visa outsourcing agency for embassies. I was sitting at a friend's house. I asked him, how did your boss got this idea? I believe that company got sold for 10,000 crore or something I heard. He was playing golf with US ambassador and he said, we are not able to handle this crowd and the paperwork. He said, let me handle the crowd first. And he started sending people with the appointment and everything. And then right now they are handling business from 55 embassies. One meeting on the call. There are a lot of stories around this I have on networking, but when we start to open our network for each other, the magic happens. Then you don't need to learn any sales technique. You are done if you learn networking. Because you have built enough social capital. And networking you should do when you don't need. There's a book by Keith Ferrazzi, Never Eat Alone. I have a friend in Dubai, he's a local sheikh. And every Thursday is a weekend. So every Thursday he's got a majlis there. He once invited me, he's very, very rich. So he sent me his Bentley to pick me up. He says, come, every Thursday we have a party and nobody's invited. If people know I'm in town, they'll come to my house on Thursday. So he's got 2 villas on a 1-acre plot. One is his family, second is Mehman Khana. You're surrounded by sheikhs in their tradition and you introduce left and right. This is defense minister, this is chairman Atisalat, this is chairman Emirate Bank or something. So they have their kawa, they don't drink alcohol, and they have their kawa. After that they have a huge U-shaped dining table. After that there is a gold class theatre, they all watch movies. But every Thursday, read this book, this is the mother of all books, Never Eat Alone. One of my customers from US told me 30 years ago, Suresh, break bread with you. He was Jew. There's a saying in our community, break bread with your customers. And when you break bread with your customers, there is a different kind of bonding happening. One very large store chain, 8 buyers came to our office. First test order, and we invited them home for dinner. They loved the meeting the children and homemade food. They loved the Indian food. Of course, the quality and the prices were best. After a couple of dealing, they say, we don't want to deal with any other person. We want to meet you only. And for you 8 people coming to India, why don't you meet us in Far East when we are traveling? They used to travel 2 times a year for their buying trip. So we met them at Shangri-La, Bangkok. Morning 8 o'clock, we started writing orders, and by 8 p.m. when we finished and went for the boat cruise dinner, one single day, 1999, the orders were 15 crore rupees. That's the power of breaking bread with your customers. And last, I would like to cover on personal branding, as Vasundhara said, that one tip about LinkedIn. So you are a brand. Few years ago, the founders were very proud to name their company in their family name. Tata Steel, R.H. Macy, J.C. Penney, and in between the things changed. Companies started to take help of celebrities, Shah Rukh Khan, Amitabh Bachchan. They may not be using those products themselves, but they were promoting that. So that connection was missing. So this subject propped up the personal branding. That if you are a brand, we all know Sandeep Maheshwari, this young man built a huge personal brand in the last 7-8 years. His company, Images Bazaar, doesn't. I was surprised when my digital media agency was invited to do some digital work. He said, sir, they do not spend a single penny on digital marketing. They only needed his service to advertise, to get fresh faces as models for their photo shoots. They were ready to give money, they were not getting enough people. That's what they were not looking for customers, they were looking for people as models. That's why they needed that digital approach. When you are a brand, you have 1 company or 10 companies, everything does well. Because then the trust is there. And your personal branding starts with, first of all, LinkedIn. Then you come to Facebook, YouTube, Quora. Every platform has got own science in itself. They are evolving day by day. And then you got to write books. Yes, definitely. If you want to create personal brand, you write book and learn public speaking. Learn public speaking, write book, and couple of books if you can write, and create social capital. You are done with your sales, personal brand, and building your company to the next level. So that's it from my side today. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, I'm ready to take questions. So Gautam has a question: personal branding in a corporate world. I would say, if you are in the corporate world, first of all, if you have a book, you are above the crowd. Yes or yes? Everyone agrees with that. If you are an author, your respect level goes next level. And we all can write books. First of all, let us be very clear on this. Because I said everybody goes through hard time. 100% people, you must have gone through some hard time. Those are your gifts. Those are your learning. You all are specialists at something. You are good at something. That is your gift. You have case studies around that. Your specialization. So combination of these, just bullet point these stories, write 500 words a day. You can write your book in 45 to 60 days. You can take even 3 months, 4 months, it's okay. And uploading on Amazon nowadays is free. It takes less than 10 minutes to upload on Amazon Kindle. And people are earning millions of dollars writing books on Amazon Kindle. There's a whole science behind it, that how to earn your 10, 15, 20 lakh. My mentor has written 46 books. His full-time job is writing books. He left corporate job and now he's earning over 10 lakh rupees from Amazon Kindle. First of all, coming to Gautam's question, 80% plus jobs, there's a research on Google, are generated through referrals with networking. And LinkedIn is a wonderful virtual networking platform. A lot of jobs get generated and people get hired from LinkedIn. They look at your profile and there's a wonderful automated part to apply for they give you all the leads that these are the jobs available in the marketplace. And if you have a nice all-star profile, learn that, read a couple of blogs. I do a session on LinkedIn that how to make an all-star profile, your story and all the keywords you put in, your experience, your testimonials. I mean, people will line up to hire you for the best of the best position. It was only for hiring. Now it has become platform for businessmen also.
So there was a question from Indranil Ghosh, sir. Why networking sometimes do not bring business in spite of all efforts and branding is his question. If you could just throw some light.
See, networking, if you look for business, it doesn't bring business. You build relationship, the business is byproduct. You build your relationship, you help as many as people, it all start to come back to you. This is not my law, this is not your law, this is universal law. If you help 1,000 people, you touch their life, they would like to refer you business, they would like to do anything for you. Your personal help, your business help, anything. They'll buy your books, they'll post reviews on Amazon for your product. My whole Nature's Absolute brand got established because of my network. I send messages to everyone, my children have started this brand. Please buy this product and post their reviews. There were 100 reviews for each product, and 100 reviews on Amazon gives you 100 sales a day. So you build relationship, you build your social capital. When the time comes, you withdraw that money. You can't withdraw the money unless you have put in the money. So in networking, you have to put in those trust and relationship and helping many people selflessly. I'll give you one example. I went to a hotel in Mussoorie. The person met me. He said, I have a hotel in Mussoorie called Seclude. Nice boutique property. I told him I'm coming to stay, and by habit what I do is I meet anyone, I post on Facebook or appropriate platforms. I got good service, I got good discount, and I posted a review, 5-star review on TripAdvisor. I posted a 5-star review on his Facebook page, company page, and I forgot about it. After 2 years, I get a call from someone. I am calling, and Rohit Suri has given me your very strong recommendation. I was in Russia, now I'm settling here. I want to have breakfast with you. Invited me for breakfast. 5 crore rupees check for mutual fund investment for my wealth management company. First meeting was because of that help. That small investment of 10 minutes in that relationship without expecting anything return. I forgotten about that. I said, which Rohit Suri? I know 4 Rohit Suri. And I was checking with everyone. Have you recommended this person? So this is how networking works. I believe I answered your question.
I think Santosh Thorat has asked, it would be great if you could share some of your experiences in any converting a lost customer into a customer for life. That's a very
wonderful question. I want to thank him for this.
Very nice question. Yeah.
This is your life. This is your great opportunity to win your customer for life. This is your great opportunity because most people make mistakes here. First of all, they will not accept. They will argue. And this was here in India quite some time. That you buy a shirt and if it shrinks, you go to the shopkeeper और किसी ने तो complain नहीं किया. Nobody has ever complained. आपने गलत धोया होगा. ज़्यादा साबुन डाल दिया होगा. Something like that. But I was dealing with Amazon 2006. We were into an online DVD rental business and I would import a lot of movies from Amazon. And if there's any scratch, I'll send a complaint within 2 hours, whatever time zone it was. The answer was, we have credited your account, keep the movie because it will be expensive to bring it back. Keep the movie and we credited your account. Decision given. They had built in the process that up to $50 this person will decide, up to $100 this person. But the decision was taken. Whereas the Indian companies those times, we have, we'll get back to you in 5 working days and we escalated the problem with the concerned department. That is why Amazon could build such a good business. So first thing you do whenever there is a mistake, I am sorry, sir. These are the golden words. I apologize for the inconvenience. And if the customer is very angry, I would do the same thing if I was in your place. I'm really sorry. How can I make it up to you? Do I have your permission to tell you a small story around this?
Please, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay, so we had a Tajurba meeting in South Delhi, and by mistake, my assistant posted a wrong date. We were having alternate Wednesday, and in the event they created on Facebook, that was wrong Wednesday. It was midsummer, 44-degree Delhi. I got a call from a guy called Rahul Sharma. You are the owner of Tajurba founder? Yes. Very unprofessional company. So what happened? I'm at this hotel. There is no event. I said, oh my God, abhi gadbad ho gayi. I said, I'm Rahul. What's your name? Rahul, I'm very sorry. I apologize. I'll immediately process. What do you mean by refund? I don't want any refund. My half of day is wasted. It's in 44 degree. I've come to this hotel. Because yes, I understand and I understand your anger. I'm really very sorry. I don't know your age, but I must be your father's age. But still, I apologize to you with folded hands. It's a grave mistake. There is some lack in the process. I'll make sure that next time is not repeated. But how can I make it up to you besides refund? I encourage you to join our meeting next Wednesday and be my guest. You don't have to pay. No, I don't want to come to worst platform like Tajurba is the worst platform. And I was not able to, pacify. Then again I didn't give up. Next day morning I sent him a message, Rahul, आपसे जिंदगी में गलती नहीं हुआ क्या कभी? He said, हुआ, मुझे सुनना पड़ा, आपको भी सुनना पड़ा? मैं कहा, okay, I will forget. I'm a very happy person. Tomorrow I'll forget about this incident, but you will live this thing rest of your life कि तजुर्बा बेकार प्लेटफॉर्म है. Let's create something positive out of it. Please come this meeting. And that person came on Wednesday, and when he heard my speech, he came after the meeting, touched my feet, gave me a 25,000 rupees check to join as a member, and became vice president of that chapter. This is how you win your customer for life. That answers your question.
Awesome. Santosh, would you like to say something after listening to this?
Yes, of course. Thank you so much. It was a great story. Absolutely awesome. Great.
And it comes from real experience.
Yeah, real experience.
Oh my God, what a session this is. I'm not getting over what we have heard. See, he's asking that when he was in bank sales, he kept on following up a particular client and the client got irritated with that. So he said, don't keep following up so much. So how do you deal with such things?
First of all, follow up, nothing wrong with it. Till if he's irritated and said no, after that you can stop. Because 80% people give up after 2-3 follow-ups. And more than 80% people say yes after 4 follow-ups. So, only 10% people follow up after 4 no's. So, sales is a no job. Let's be very clear on that. After 9 no's, the average is after 9 no's, you get 1 yes. But yes, if you build the rapport, you do all the NFP technique, you build the relationship, you work on law of reciprocity. If you had given that personalized diary of 150 rupees, a notebook and a personalized pen to that customer, he would never be irritated. And the one magic question when you are meeting someone, one magic question I'll give you to build great rapport. Sir, what is the secret of your success?
Oh.
Then you sit, relax, have your tea, and that person will not stop for 1 hour. And he will not send you back without the order. That is the guarantee. Ask this magic question, sir, secret of your success.
I think that answers your question, Anand, and it is much beyond the question asked. I think it's lifetime takeaway. Seriously, superb, awesome session, sir. आप एक चलता बोलता library हो with all the wisdom included. It was a aha moment for me, seriously, and I'm sure all the members would say the same thing. So, sir, you have any closing sentences on our this session, or just whatever you want to share with the
Yeah, so summing it up, that you work on your personal branding, build your social capital, and sales, everybody needs to learn. But if you learn networking and personal branding, sales is taken care of because you start getting business instead of chasing business. But these takes time. This takes really time. Networking doesn't happen in 1 year or 2 years. It takes a couple of years to build those relationships, to build those trust. And personal branding also is not a short-term thing. It will take a couple of years at least. It's a 5 years work. So in between, you learn certain sales techniques also. So you are done with your business part and earning part. This is from my side. One request from my side that if you can buy this book from Amazon, is only 99 cents. Or if you are an Amazon subscriber on Amazon Unlimited, then it's freely available. And post your review for an author. The best gift you can give to the author is post a review. And if you have any books, send me the detail. I'll buy it and would love to post my review for you also.
Definitely, sir. I think everybody is going to buy the book, and please post the reviews. And thank you so much for this awesome session. I think there are a lot of takeaways. I can't even summarize them because every 3 minutes there was something that I could write as great takeaway. So I'm not even revising what I have learned. Everybody must be in the same experience along with me, with all the wisdom included. It was a aha moment for me, seriously, and I'm sure all the members would say the same thing. Thank you so much for such an awesome session.